What I do is just like you know, you know what I mean? Like,
Yo, what is going on? So, we're looking at the AX here, and I figured this is where it's going to stop. I'm not upgrading, I'm not changing anything more on this thing. So if you want your axe to perform, I'm going to run down the things you're probably going to need to do, because this thing performs quite well now. Nice and heavy, you can hear that. The thing's a tank, it's 550 grams. Alright, so what you're going to want, heavy brass wheels. This is one of the biggest things. Wheels under 64 mil, so I'd suggest 54s to 58s. Anything bigger than that, and it's going to climb like crap. It's just going to keep rolling on you. Servos, upgrade your servos, whatever you want. Emax, an $80 one, doesn't matter, just get something better than the stock. Steering links, pretty important, because right when you get some weight, it doesn't want to turn on that super bendy. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. They just start flexing on you, and it doesn't help anything. What else we got here? Upgrade your shocks. So 58s on this thing, you just get axle roll. That keeps happening on you. And your drive shafts hit 90 cockeyes and basically stalls your motor out. So something about the 48s, you get this, you can hear that hitting, it's great. 58s don't do that, they just roll. It's really sad, I don't know why. So you want something bigger than 43s, because 43s drop this down too low and it gets funny angle. Steering knuckles, upgrade to brass ones, get that extra weight outside. You might even be able to get the really big brass ones with the extended freaking drive shafts, axles inside. Pretty sweet, but with these brass wheels, they have such a wicked offset that I don't even use hex extensions. It's the same stance. You don't want to go too wide either, because then if you're going over something like this, you can see it's just going to keep hitting without getting any traction on those tires, right? So that's why wide sucks. Alright. So one thing I've done as well is I've chopped out the light pods, because they actually end up rubbing, get into a gnarly flex, and they will hit, right? So that sucks. Upgrade your ESC. That is insanely important with these things. Stock ESCs on these things are pure trash. They're so bad. Like, it's just, look at that thing, just garbage. Skinny battery, very important on these axes. Skinny and thin. This is a 400, so I think it's a little bit higher than stock. Can't remember if they're 400 or 350. I don't have any stock batteries anymore. Gut the middle. Take out that huge dumb plate where everything's up really high. You'll be able to fit your battery nice and low. Right down there. It's pretty sweet. Get yourself a micro Komodo. They fit in beautifully. Do your thing. Get it in there. Everything will sit lower than the original. All that weight drops nice and low like that. It's beautiful. Yeah, this is a key thing too. Melt and bend this rear body mount. If you don't do that, it will hit. I think it only goes to about there, like out of the box. So you can see how much more travel you got, right? Don't know why they did that. It's kind of dumb. Throw a nice little sticky weight on the front servo just to get that little bit of a balance, a little more weight up front. Chop your body, cut her back. I've put, as you can see, a little bit of duct tape, that black duct tape. Just wrap the skinniest little lip over the front here, just so it has a little bit of traction, doesn't rattle. It's pretty nice. Drop your shocks. Take your shocks out of the top mount here. Drop them down to the side here. So you can see the shocks are sitting really wide right there instead of nice and skinny. That skinny makes it roll. It doesn't have very good stability. So the shocks being out there, you got your spring fighting back on things that make it want to roll. Right? So these are a few things I've done that has made this thing 100 million, whatever you want to add, insert number, better than stock. Stock, these things are trash. Like, there's so many people that have been paid to talk like these things are good. They are not. They suck. It's been expensive. This is over $400 sunk into this thing to get it to this point. And this is in Canada as well. Countless hours, trial and error, to make things just work. Like this, for example, just chopping that little bit of body out. Chopping, melting, bending, shaping, remounting, gutting. Like, this was the worst thing axial I've ever seen produced by them. It's just, it sucks so bad. And people buy them because they watch a video and they're like, oh, it's sweet, look at it. Out of the box, all it can do is about that. One tire at a time. Anything more, and it's going to roll on you. That's how bad they are. So if you want it to perform, just do those things. Go back, pause it, try to get it to where you are similar, and you're going to have a pretty positive experience from these things after that point. But up until that point, these things are pure shit, for lack of better words. Like, look at that. That's like 90 degrees right there. So these are 48 mils. Don't go past that for shocks. Again, 58 mils. Something happens with its geometry up front, and you'll get that goofy axle roll, and it'll just stay there. It's pretty sweet now. I like it. Trenchers are awesome, awesome, awesome tires. I find them better than the Wranglers. I find them better than the Hyrax. Hyrax are too small. Yeah, that's about it. That's if you want to get your freaking axe to perform, do those things and you will love it. It currently, like, in the state it's in, it's been a long road to get here, but this thing is freaking sweet now. I'm not gonna lie. Oh yeah, forgot to. So these links on the bottom. There we go. Sorry, well, I wasn't watching the camera. These links on the bottom are 2 millimeters shorter than stock. Stock links seem to really want to kick that back like that, and then you're gonna get your drive shaft rattle. It's I don't understand why. It's yeah, it's just goofy. So if you got some extra shocks, these are stock from the JLU and the Gladiator. So their fronts are the same, 50 mils. The other two are the stock ones are 52 mils. Take those out, put these in. It brings your axle back this way a little bit instead of being forward. So follow that and you'll be good to go. Yeah. Then one thing, this is actually a pretty nice little deal too. So when you gut it, you got this little tray in here. And the servos, these Emax, have miles of cable. I've just taken a little black zip tie right there. See if we can get that to focus, yeah. It's a little black zip tie right there. Weaved it back and forth, pinned her down. She's good to go. On the front, because I did some modding trying to get other things to work, I don't have that anymore. So I just wrapped it around this front body post. Get it up and out of the way.
Peace.